Welcome, low ego action heroes. This is Debbie Levitt from DeltaCX.com. We're a full service CX and UX consultancy. Check us out. And today is Office Hours Ask Me Anything. I do this pretty much every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Italy time. And you are welcome to ask any question that you have that you think I could possibly answer. You can ask it here in the YouTube chat, in the LinkedIn chat, and you can ask something anonymously up in the corner at deltacx.link/ask. Now, we did one of these this morning. Once a month, I do double. That was a great show with lots of people who joined in, so thanks to those who came. Right now, we don't have any questions yet, so before our first question comes in, there's something I'd like to talk to y'all about. Are you familiar with what happened a couple of months ago with a website called UX Matters? UX Matters crashed and burned one day because the queen of UX Matters, whatever you want to call her, went on kind of a racist Twitter adventure. And oddly enough, it was responding, I believe, to Vivian Castillo. So, I mean, like, you could not have gotten this more wrong. And this person posted some fairly racist, unacceptable things. And of course, there was an immediate backlash against the website UX Matters, and everybody kind of wrote this woman off. And I guess some of us forgot about her, but I'm not on their mailing list, but someone who is just shared with me that they have sent out an email. Maybe you got one of these. And I want to read to you what this email says based on what was shared with me. And this appears to be what it says. Although the unfortunate Twitter incident that caused us to suspend publication of UX Matters in mid-October was an ill-conceived reply from the editor of UX Matters to a post on @UX Matters Twitter, the silver lining is that it has led the UX Matters Advisory Board to take a step back and think about the role of UX Matters in the UX community. In the 2 months that have passed since we temporarily halted publication of UX Matters, we have had many discussions and plenty of time to reflect on what happened and how to best respond and move forward. In this message from the UX Matters Advisory Board, we'll share our thoughts with our readers. And then they sent me another quote. And by the way, this email evidently opened up with, "Please donate money to us." So continuing what it says, when our editor first made me aware of the Twitter post and I read it for myself, I didn't actually get it. I didn't see how it was a response to the original post. I was surprised and shocked by the anti-immigrant sentiment it directed at brown immigrant populations. It was completely inappropriate. However, you know something good's coming. I was equally dismayed. By the response to the post, a flurry of public outcry, then mass resignations by UX Matters columnists who were regular contributors to the magazine and some advisory board members. People were distancing themselves from the incident, the perpetrator, and UX Matters as quickly as possible. I worry that cancel culture makes it impossible for us to learn from our mistakes, grow, and become better people. While it is important to stand up to racist comments, we also need to create an environment that supports change. When missteps happen, I believe it is important to be compassionate and empathetic to one another. While it is tempting to distance oneself, a more constructive approach would be to take the time to listen more deeply so we can truly understand the perspectives of others. This is true of the people on both sides of this recent conflict. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't care if that demonetizes this video. We'll still donate money to charity. What? Your editor posts racist tweets on Twitter and to Vivian Castillo, and your response is on both sides, and we need to listen more deeply, and we need to be compassionate and empathetic? Everybody, This is what I am talking about when I tell you critical thinking. You do not have to do any of these things. You don't. I don't care if this person says it would be more constructive if we all held hands and talked openly about the racist tweets this person posted. Don't fall for it. You do not have to suffer fools at all. You do not have to use your empathy, your compassion, your sympathy on people who don't deserve it. You do not have to spend time listening more deeply and having conversations with racists, Nazis, narcissists, abusers, gaslighters. You don't. I give you permission, in case you didn't give it to yourself, to say no. You do not have to do this. You do not have to suffer racists gladly. You do not have to give them time or space. You do not have to give them room to discuss themselves. And you are allowed to distance yourself from them. You are allowed to disconnect from groups that you're a part of if you don't like what a leader of that group has done. Is anybody aware of this? Does anybody know what's going on? Is this just me? Surely y'all know about this or you saw some of these tweets. This was unacceptable. And to me, it's further unacceptable to tell all of us, hi Pedro, it's further unacceptable to tell all of us we have to be more compassionate and empathetic. Save your compassion, save your empathy for the people who deserve it. You do not have to use your compassion and your empathy on racists, Nazis, narcissists, gaslighters, abusers. Is it just me? Hello? I know there aren't a lot of viewers today because Christmas has started for many of you, but you do not have to believe this person when they say it would be more constructive to listen more deeply, to understand the perspectives of others. You do not. You don't. You don't. Now, if we're doing UX research, we want to take the time to listen more deeply to the perspectives of the people we're researching. But if you bump into a racist on Twitter, no, you don't. You do not. You do not have to try to have a more constructive conversation with them. In fact, I remember reading those tweets and I remember people trying to have a constructive conversation with the racist person and telling them to shut up and stop posting, and they doubled down. So in my opinion, UX Matters has just tripled down. I don't know if there was an apology somewhere in there, but that's a non-apology apology. Basically, this person has taken more time to poop on the people who responded negatively to the racism than to hold someone accountable, hold someone responsible. It's the same crap we see at our workplaces. That is why in 2022, I am asking accountability to grow some adult teeth, maybe even some canines. We have to have adult teeth when it comes to accountability and responsibility. We have to put on our big person pants and have real accountability and real responsibility. We can't just say, this person made some racist tweets, but stop, and let's have conversations. So I know it's office hours, ask me anything. I hope you will ask me anything, but I would like to start by talking about this and make sure you know not to be gaslit and not to be manipulated into thinking that when someone is abusive or committing or utilizing microaggressions or gaslighting you or abusing you or manipulating you, or they're a racist, they're sexist, they're homophobic, they're ageist, they're ableist. You do not have to spend your important time and mental health and headspace to listen more deeply to what that person has to say. I'm done. I heard what that person has to say, and I'm done. You are allowed to be done also. You do not have to listen to racists more deeply. You are allowed to walk away. And even if you are calling for empathy, here's what empathy looks like. Hi, Linda. Good to see you here. Even if you want empathy, here's what empathy looks like. I can have empathy for a racist. I can say, I can imagine the perspective of the racist. Maybe it's how they grew up. Maybe it's their society, their community, something happened to them. I can see how they don't like people who fit into a certain group, or they're suspicious of them, or they don't like them. I have empathy so that I can remove my non-racist beliefs and see some of that through their own eyes. That's cognitive empathy, perspective taking. And then guess what? I can still say, this is racist bullshit, and I want nothing to do with it, and I had some empathy for you, and now I'm done. Just because you can have empathy for someone and imagine what they feel what they feel or imagine their perspective does not mean that you have to spend any more time on them or whatever they want to say. You can, where's my prop? You can say, and scene. Done with you. We do not have to listen to this editor of UX Matters. We do not have to listen to people who are racist. We do not have to listen to them or give them any time or attention. We don't have to give them a second chance. We don't have to give them compassion. Where was their compassion? Where was their empathy? In this case, for the brown-skinned people who this person was tweeting out against. Did anyone see those tweets? I saw those tweets. Not good. Not good. This is one of those people who was like, yeah, Silicon Valley's hiring too many brown people and they should hire more Americans. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I want to really spend more time with you and hear more about your perspectives. Great use of my time. So remember, as soon as you see someone saying cancel culture, that is someone who got caught and doesn't know what to do. And so they want to blame it on the people who are distancing themselves. If you are distancing yourselves from a toxic person, ooh, it's cancel culture. I'm okay with that. I don't care what you call it. I don't care. Hi, Charlene. I don't care what you call it. You are allowed to distance yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, internetly from people who you find to be toxic. And do not fall for the manipulation and gaslighting that I typically hear after that says, no, don't go into your own echo chamber. You should hear these people out. You should listen to both sides. I do not want to listen to both sides. Name an issue that I want to hear both sides about. Racism? No. Do not want to hear both sides. Sexism? No thanks. Ageism? Pass. Ableism? No. Do not want to hear both sides. Homophobia and anti-LGBTQIA stuff? No. Do not want to hear. Both sides where someone is speaking out against people with mental illnesses and disabilities or physical needs? No. Just no. Do not fall for this. This is something I see people doing to kind people all the time. They take kind people, especially more liberal people, and they say, you have to hear these people out. You have to give them a chance to express themselves and hear their perspectives and make room for them. They're not doing that for us. So tired of it. Politics in America, at least, changes immediately the moment we decide we don't have to suffer fools. I do not have to listen to right-wing racists do their thing, and neither do you. Unless you're a white, right-wing racist. Then good, listen to your own. But please, liberals, kind people, compassionate people, empathetic people, stop telling each other you have to use these powers to listen to losers. You don't. You don't have to redeem them. You don't have to help them. You don't have to raise them up. You don't have to hold an intervention. Any questions? I know this is office hours, ask me anything, but I'm mad. I cannot believe that UX Matters has tripled down on this woman's racism with a non-apology aimed at asking all of us to have more compassion and empathy for a racist and her racist tweets. Not happy with that. Not happy when that happens ever. Total trigger for me. hate that stuff. Hate when people are being manipulated. I hate it. I have no tolerance for it. I hate when people are being manipulated and being told, you're only being constructive if you listen and listen to their perspectives and give them another chance. That's the only way to be constructive. That's a manipulation. Critical thinking hat's always on. You have to listen for these manipulations because the manipulators are smooth. Breathe. So how is everyone? How is everyone? What are you up to? What are your thoughts on this situation? You are welcome to disagree with me. But I think I've been yelling for 10 minutes now. What are your thoughts on this situation? Is this just me? We've got 5 people live on LinkedIn. Say something, LinkedIners. We've got a handful of people live on YouTube. Say something. Anything. Hello. All right, it's just me. It's just me today complaining about racists who are upset about cancel culture. There wouldn't be a cancel culture if you didn't do something racist. Cancel culture is the closest thing we have right now to holding someone accountable. How are we holding people accountable? Linda says, preach. How are we holding people accountable for this shit? That's the question. I'm not seeing it happen. I'm glad to hear that a whole bunch of people jumped ship on UX Matters. I'm happy to hear that. Sorry for UX Matters, but I'm happy to hear it. Candace says, I don't know what was said, but I agree with you. Yeah, thank you. I mean, again, you don't have to take my word for it. You are all welcome to look into this. I'm sure someone has screenshots. I would imagine these tweets got removed, but I mean, let's go over to Twitter and let's see if they're removed. But you can always go back, to archive.org or the Wayback Machine or who knows, a website that archives tweets. But I think they had sent it from the UX Matters Twitter. Let me see if it's still here. Oh no, Mudasir, you're joining the board and you're trying to put things behind? No, we can't just put this behind us. That's one thing that I found happens a lot when something has happened that people don't want to deal with. They typically say, let's put this behind us. Let's just keep the past in the past. And to me, that is not accountability or responsibility. We cannot just say the past is in the past when people have been hurt and someone has done something racist or otherwise inappropriate. We don't get to say, let's just move on. So now I found what UX Matters wrote. Let's see if the word sorry appears on this page. The word sorry does not appear on the page. Does the word apology appear on the page? The word apology does not appear on the page. Now, again, I don't think they're sorry because the way this is written doesn't sound sorry. It sounds like y'all should have been higher empathy and given everybody a better chance. I don't see an apology, and I don't see that. So I'm not buying it. I don't want to hear empathize and let's grow. You had a bad public racist incident, and the stuff that you released does not have any apology. It just says this wasn't good, this wasn't right, we don't agree with it. It was the wrong sentiment. It's we can't endorse these words. Can't endorse these words. Where is your apology? Where is your mea culpa? Where are you asking for forgiveness? This is not okay. Anybody else? There's no apology here. That's blowing my mind. There's no apology here. Hey, Maggie. Yeah, thank you for catching up on this. Did you know about this? Did you know about the whole racist Twitter thing? I assume they took those tweets down because all their tweets are Rebuilding UX Matters. October 18th, our publisher responded inappropriately to a tweet from Viviane Castillo. This is unacceptable. We apologize to Viviane, our community, and anyone we hurt. So this is from October 18. But I can't find, let's see, were the tweets from UX Matters or were they from Pabini's personal account? Did she keep them up? Yeah, so this was somewhere in mid-October. Someone's going to have screenshots of these. I know some of the Slack channels I was in were screenshotting these wildly. Maggie says 6 foot distancing is not enough. No, not when it's racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, ableist, ageist. What am I missing? Everything. Linda says UX Matters evidently believes the best defense is offense. Yeah, it's really strange. And, on my list of things I hate, because my biological mother used to call me champion of the underdog. And you can see why. I am so triggered and upset when other people are being manipulated and messed with and crapped on. And for this woman to crap on people through racist tweets, and then for our organization to say, let's put this behind us, and hey, that wasn't really so great, but where's your empathy? Fuck your empathy. That's it. Empathy is canceled, y'all. I am so tired of hearing empathy, just have empathy. I'm not going to have empathy for a racist. Pass. Maggie says, I did know about it. I might have shared part of it in the Slack. Yeah, another UX Slack that I'm in was posting it, and I remember that. But it was not okay, and especially that they were doing it at Viviane Castillo. I was just like, oh my God, on what planet does this person think this is okay? At least she didn't blame sleeping pills for making her racist. So UX Matters, this is unacceptable. And where does it say, did you remove her? No. Is her name on this page? No, her name is on the footer saying she's still the founder, publisher, and editor-in-chief. So did you remove her? If you haven't removed her, I don't care if she's the founder or whatever, get rid of her. Get rid of her. I can't believe it. This is not gross. I know. Where are they saying we got rid of her? And these are the people we have on the board now. And this is what we're doing to make sure this doesn't happen again. And this is our code of conduct for whether you're tweeting from our account or your personal account. Do not fucking tell me to empathize and be more constructive. Do not. Just do not. Is this just me? Maybe because I broadcast to chat rooms and I only hear my own voice. Is this just me? Nam Chao says, do you have any suggestion for entry-level designers to learn more about research? Nam Chao, thank you for the question. I promise I will get to it once I'm done ranting about this horrible injustice and the injustice that has come in the wake of the injustice. So, yes, I promise I'll get to your question, but first I feel like we really need to take a look at what's happening here, and we have to learn a lesson about critical thinking and gaslighting and manipulation. Brian, you're just joining. I say go back to the beginning and 2x your way through so that you can catch up and I can get your opinion on this too. I really want everybody's thoughts and opinions on this because maybe I'm just some weirdo. It's me. I'm the rescuer. I'm the protector. I hate this, but yeah. Mag says, yeah, I usually 2x my way through. Yeah, I know a bunch of you do. It's a great idea. If you can deal with my speaking being that fast, and not everybody can due to language or hearing or other things, but if you can deal with my speaking that fast, yes, do yourself a favor, 2x your way up. You'll be here in no time. So let me make a list here. All right. Oh, I just can't, y'all. I just can't. And the worst part is, I have the privilege to tell you I just can't. So many of you have to deal with this day in and day out. You are the target of this. You are the object of this. You were the person she was tweeting about when she complained about brown skin. What did she say? Brown skinned and Chinese people, or what did she say? I don't even want to know, but she said something that was not okay. And let's see if I can find it. You are the target of this, and I have the privilege to say I hate this, but we have to stand up for each other, and you can't just sweep this under the rug and say we'll put it behind us and let's just start fresh and here we go. Her name is on the website as the editor-in-chief. If you have not removed her, then where is the accountability? Where is taking responsibility? Leela's here. Hey, all, just got caught up and took a look at that thread. Just wow. Yeah, thanks, Leela. I know. And did you see their non-apology? Let me post that in the YouTube. I think it'll let me post a link. Let me see. Copy, paste. Tell me if this link shows up for YouTube. I can also go post it on LinkedIn. I tell you, when I saw this just before the show started, the only thing that could run through my head was a song by Joe Jackson called Anger. Or is it called Right? It's about anger. It's from his concept album about the 7 deadly sins, and the deadly sin of anger is a song called Right. Linda, if you don't know this album, I would suggest it for you because he released it on Sony Classical, and it's really interesting. So it's called Heaven and Hell, and it's a concept album around the 7 deadly sins, and the song called Right is a song about anger. And one of the lines in it is that's all that ran through my head before the show started was, I got a right to light the flame that fries the guys that take the blame. And that's just all I thought. Like, you know what? I have the right to set this on fire. I have the right to speak out against this. This person should be taking the blame, but it sounds like the blame got shifted a little bit to, oh my gosh, I was equally bothered by the outcry at racism. Equally bothered? On both sides? I just can't. Zero tolerance for this. Fuse burned down. Cannot do it. But the show goes on. And since the show is half over and it was devoted to a shitty racist who should be out of her own organization and thrown off the board, and if you really want to rebuild UX Matters, then you rebuild it as something else without Pabini. The end! UX Matters under new management. How many times have we seen stores where somebody bought out a crappy owner and wanted to make sure that you knew the crappy owner wasn't there anymore? Under new management. Thanks, Linda. I'm curious to see what you think of Heaven and Hell by Joe Jackson. Pays to read the words, and because the words go by pretty fast, and it pays to take a look at which deadly sin you're listening to. All right, we did get a serious question. I will try to switch to office hours Ask Me Questions mode, but if any of you want to continue talking about UX Matters, racist tweets, and some of the fallout from that, I am happy to continue talking about that, especially if you have something you want to share or get off your chest. If you'd like to do it anonymously, you can always write to deltacx.link/ask, or you can put it in the chat room here, and I will read it out, though it does have your name on it. All right, let's grab the one question we got so far from Nam Chao, and you seem to be a new friend of the show, so welcome. Sorry you had to start coming on an evening when I decided to shout for a half hour about racism. We don't normally do that. Normally, it's a straight hour of taking questions. But when I saw this just before the broadcast, I knew I had to say something. And that was, I got a right to light the flame that fries the guys that take the blame, though I'm not seeing enough blame being taken here. So Nam Chao asks, do you have any suggestion for entry-level designer to learn more about quantitative and qualitative research? Super question. I would say, there's not a lot of great courses that I've seen out there yet other than curiositytank.com. Not sponsored. We happily recommend Michelle Ronson's courses, even though we don't make any money from them. But I do like Michelle Ronson's courses as they do focus on qualitative research, especially interview and observational research. They are not inexpensive, but if you really want to get good at it and you want a really smart, talented person with a great track record to teach you, then you want Michelle. I have not seen a lot of other short courses or free courses or online courses. Larry Marine and I are working on a book that's going to be about qualitative research and observational research specifically. So some of the stuff we've put in the micro lessons, observational research, task analysis, optimized task flow, task analysis personas, knowledge design, that we're going to be turning that into a book. And I can also recommend, Nam Chao, go check out the micro lessons playlist here on the YouTube channel. Do you guys know that I've got more than 500 videos now on the YouTube channel? 500. So pretty much every topic you might wonder about, I probably have at least a little something. Now you can head over to the YouTube channel, which is Delta CX. You can find some links here at deltacx.com/links, like our show schedule, how to join our free giveaway, how to join our free Slack channel. But I would say check out the micro lessons playlist. The micro lessons playlist has, we did some fake observational research, and I showed how we would plan it, how we would do it, and how we would interpret it. It was fake, but it was fun, and there's some good lessons in there. So I would probably also say, check out the micro lessons playlist for some other things. But unfortunately, I don't read a lot of books, so I don't know what a good book would be other than the one we're working on. And I haven't seen courses that I feel that I can recommend other than Michelle Ronson's Curiosity Tank course, which I didn't take, but my boyfriend did the Observer version, and I've heard good things about the course, so that is my recommendation. So that's curiositytank.com. Let me put it up on the screen, and that way everyone can see how it's spelled in case my internet is blipping or I have a funny accent. Curiositytank.com. There we go. CuriosityTank.com is my recommendation. I think she gives you a small discount if you tell her you came from Delta CX, and that's because I said I didn't want the money, so you get it. UM says, hey all, just catching up. How's your day? My day was good until right before this broadcast when I learned that a racist was tripling down on their racism, and I spent the first half of the show yelling about it. Other than that, not bad. How are you, UM? Hopefully not UX Matters. This is Office Hours Ask Me Anything. Usually I spend an hour taking your questions, any questions on any topic, CX or UX, careers, approaches, techniques, education, racists, etc. So you can ask me anything. I do this every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Italy time. Next week will be a special edition as we will have the always lovely Pier Mario joining for the comedy because I am celebrating passing 3,000 subscribers. But my goal for subscribers for next year, everybody, is much bigger. That means the one thing I can ask of you is to please tell other people about the channel. That's all I ask. If you like hanging out here, if you liked even one or two shows, please tell other people to check it out. It's not for the money. I donate all of the ad revenue to charity. We do have a tip jar. I usually buy chocolate chips with that. So I think I was going to give you a total at the end of the year, but I think so far this year, here, let's check it now because the year's almost over. I want everybody to know how much money I really make from YouTube. And let's take a quick look. Analytics. I think it was $800. Let's see. Analytics, revenue, 2021. Okay, we made $21.86 from ads, though we donated $100 to charity, as that is my promise, that I will donate $50 to charity each month or ad revenue, whichever is higher. So I've made about $22 and I've donated $100. From all of your super chats, super stickers, and your paid memberships, I have made $771.95. So that being said, of course, as always, I do want to thank the people who are giving a few dollars a month to through paid memberships, and our mid-level and senior low ego action heroes. I want to thank our Anita, Chang, Darren, I Can, Irena, Jordan, Michelle, Nikki, Ralitza, Ray, Solomon, Farm Cat, you know who you are, and Mix Betty. But of course, super chats and super stickers are totally optional, but welcome. Something fun will drop in the tip jar. And joining, clicking the join button on YouTube is also optional. But it's just a way to help financially support the channel. And of course, I usually reinvest it in the channel. Vadina is here. Good to see you again. I saw you. I feel like I just saw you on LinkedIn. As you said, I had to go find the Twitter thread thinking that can't be that bad. Oh my God, it was that bad. I know. It was a slow motion car accident with this racist woman talking. What was it like? Silicon Valley is hiring too many brown and Chinese people and they should be hiring Americans or something like, oh God, it was just so bad, endlessly racist. It was that bad. So no, you don't get to sweep it under the rug and ask me to have more empathy for the racist. I need a nap. All right. This is Office Hours Ask Me Anything. I'm happy to take questions. If you don't have questions, tell me what's up for you this week. This is a holiday week for many people around the world. Maybe your job has already closed for the season or closed for the week. What are you up to? Are you going to travel? Are you going to stay home? How many masks are you going to wear? I want to know. You know, let's talk about something more relaxing. I would like to share with everybody something that only some of you know, which is I put up karaoke songs on YouTube. I'd like to share one with you because I'll find that more relaxing. So if you are interested, you can go to YouTube. Solomon says going to take lots of naps. Yeah, please do. If you are interested, you can go to YouTube and search for the Apiary Studio. That's what I call my home studio. You will see a picture of me going. And you're welcome to subscribe. I put out 2 new videos about a week ago, but I am most excited about Valley of the Queens. And so, hey, if you'd like a little music break, go listen to what I call my one-take karaoke, which means the first time I sing it is the one that goes on YouTube. If I mess it up, too bad. If I sing something out of tune, too bad. I don't redo it. I don't edit it. I don't do take 2. I don't fix it in the mix. I call it one-take karaoke. That's the one shot you've got to sing it as best as you can. Over on the Apiary Studio. Is she gone? Is she still on the website? We had a great chat this morning on the show. We did office hours this morning as well. And we had lots of great questions. So today has ended up being an anti-racist rant, but if you actually want to see some questions answered, just check the playlist over on the YouTube channel, where I hope you will all subscribe and tell friends about the channel, Delta CX. I am live 4 times a week with all kinds of fun and wacky stuff, trying to help people learn and navigate their way through CX and UX. The channel is for super newbies as well as leaders and managers. So it's for everybody. Solomon says lots of naps. Yeah. What else is everybody doing this week? What's for dinner? Maybe we should just do live karaoke here now. Hey, Pier Mario, want to sing something with me live on the YouTube show? He's pretending he can't hear me. He's got his headphones on. That's what I think we should do. Live karaoke and get demonetized and copyright strike. Just burn it all down. Oh my gosh, people, can you please learn what accountability is and hold people accountable? Accountable. I'm going to be working so hard on accountability next year. Can you imagine if there were accountability at our companies? Can you imagine if they fired the racists and the gaslighters and the sexists and the ageists and the homophobes? Oh, dreams, dreams. Oh, Safira says, I just finished a UX challenge this week. Cool. How did it go? UX challenge means you're interviewing for a job, so I hope you are well into the job interviews and not just doing a challenge before the first interview, as that's sometimes a scam, but tell us all about it. Brian says accountability seems to be vanishing. It really does. You know, remember when you could get fired for stuff? Remember when unethical companies had one scandal and fell apart and went out of business? Now Facebook has had, 47 scandals a year, and they don't go anywhere. We don't hold anybody accountable. So if Safira is looking for a new job, don't forget to hire Safira, whoever they are in real life. Is that Keanu Reeves? You're probably not Keanu Reeves. Though I guess Keanu Reeves could do a UX challenge. Why not? He seems versatile. This is not our usual show, as the fans can tell you. Exams, exams, exams all week. Okay, is exams in what topics? We're all going to help. What topics are you doing this semester? I should mention this is just water. I know after all the ranting, you would think I'm having like a 1-liter martini, but this is actually water with fake strawberry flavor in it. Charlene says Christmas cards. Okay, I guess Christmas carols. Christmas carols. Oh, you're going to sing them? You're going to sing them, right, Charlene? We're going to get you. We'll add you as a guest on the show, and you'll come in and sing us some Christmas carols. What's your favorite Christmas carol? I want to know. No, not singing. Okay, well, we can all dream. Someday we'll hear our peeps singing. We'll have the Low Ego Action Hero Choir. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, really? A Christmas song about a bunch of racist reindeer who are against the one different one. No, sorry, I'm really in a hole on this one. Well, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a jolly song. Have you ever researched who wrote the Christmas carols? It's hilarious. Almost every Christmas carol, not all of them, a surprising number, let's just put it that way. A surprising number of Christmas carols were written by Jewish people. That kills me every time. Safira says, actually, it was an online submission for VA Experience UX Challenge. He reviewed it in his channel. The project is about transforming healthcare industry with blockchain and AI. Oh, so you're just doing a random challenge and somebody in a YouTube channel reviews it. Good luck. Does it help you get a job in some way? Oh, I wonder what it does. Anyway, it sounds really complex, and good luck with it. You said he reviewed it in his channel. Did he like it? Did you hear nice things? One of the team members is also currently here watching this live. Hello, team member. How did y'all do? What happens if they review it well? Do you get fame and fortune forever? Do you get a small pack of money? Do you get a job offer? Does someone steal your idea and build it and give you no credit? Like, what happens after this challenge? I want to know. Critical thinking is so important, y'all. We have to just keep asking questions. This doesn't look right at all. This isn't working today. Hey, are you going to sing a song with me?
Are you still live?
I'm still live.
Oh, I was going to answer the phone, but...
Oh, you're going to answer your phone? Sorry, you're getting a phone call.
You can pick the song in time.
Okay, great. Before we were singing Do They Know It's Christmas? That's a good one. I'm a big fan of Midge who wrote that song. So Do They Know It's Christmas? I think it's had some backlash more recently for being for having some words that aren't that great. But the music is good, and I believe in Midge. But yeah, I don't think we would write those words the same way today, 30 years later. Well, this is usually Office Hours Ask Me Anything, but nobody's got questions. So I guess if we don't have any questions, maybe we should just wind up a little bit early. Just a reminder that I'm going to take the next week off of streaming. I will miss all of you for sure, but I know many of you are focusing hard on your exams and your Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeers and your Christmas adventures. Some of you are traveling, which scares the heck out of me. Please be safe and wear 12 masks. But we'll be back next Tuesday with Office Hours Ask Me Anything, where I promise this time we will actually answer questions and not just rant about racism and sweeping racism under the rug. So we'll see you next week. We'll be joined by Pier Mario next week. So you get to ask me anything, or you get to ask my boyfriend anything. And personal questions are welcome. Charlene says, Christmas party on Slack. What does that even look like? Well, I guess if some of you want a Christmas broadcast or a Christmas party broadcast, I'm open to it. I'm non-religious, so I'm not doing anything for Christmas. I will probably be working because I'm cooking up a surprise for all of you. Brian says, I wear masks like Russian nesting dolls. A mask in a mask in a mask. Love it. We were just in Disneyland Paris some weeks ago, and we were double masking, and then I had a scarf over that because it was so cold. I felt like that. UM says, happy holidays to everyone. Agree. Whether or not you're celebrating something right now, happy end of December and happy New Year if you go by this New Year. If your New Year is some other time, then catch you in September or February or whenever it might be. But everybody, please stay safe. I will be on Slack if you need me. I'm around. We're not traveling. And again, as a non-religious person, I'm not celebrating. So if there's any help you need from me or anything I can do for you, I am here. Please reach out. It's not a bother at all. With that, I'm going to play us out of here and just go and breathe and maybe complain on the Slack channel a little bit more. If you would like to join the Slack channel, you are welcome to. Our Slack community is completely free. deltacx.com/links will lead you to everything you would like to know about this show and how to stay in touch with us. So, on that note, thanks to everybody. Have a super week, and I will see you live on the show next week. Bye. Customer centricity as business intelligence. Visit deltacx.com to learn why we are